Real, I know Esau. I bet you Esau. See, here's the right. Yeah, he don't go to the ghetto. Santa don't go to the ghetto. So why are we celebrating his day? Don't that make sense? See, here's the funny thing about our people. They'll tell you that Santa ain't real, but still celebrating Christmas because this is their biggest excuse. It's about the family, though. What about the family? What about the kids? What about the kids? Right? That's what you tell you. That's what you tell them, right? You still holding on to the white man's holidays because you still celebrating it. You still spending your money on that day, man. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the. I want to keep going into this page.
I got some time. I go off the head.
For what I know of the effect of these holidays upon the slave, I believe them to be among the most effective means in the hands of the slave master.
Most effective means of oppressing our people. Keep going.
In keeping down the spirit of insurrection. These holidays serve as conductors or safety values to carry out the rebellious spirit of enslaved humanity.
Keep going.
Go say hi to him. Go greet him.
Narrative. Okay, so all these holidays that have introduced to us by our former slave masters, their children,
It's okay.
they have a purpose.
They're gonna grow up together anyways.
It let the slave off for a day,
Or for a day, right?
which they really appreciate. And then they had games and competitions between slaves. And then allow the slaves to take a drink. And they would give prizes out to the slaves that drank the most and didn't show signs of drunkenness.
Keep going. It's still more. It's more.
And isn't that the way we behave today?
Same way we act today.
Our days off, which are called their holidays,
Right.
give us a day and a course of liquor. And of course, the liquor stores are always busy on that day.
Right. What are you reading? This is the Final Call magazine.
Okay,
God.
Because that's the culture of the observance of American holidays. American holiday season. The greatest of these holidays seasons is winter holidays.
It's winter holidays. That's mainly what our most people are celebrating. They can't give up the Christmas and the Thanksgiving. These are the days that Esau makes the most money off of our people, man. On winter holidays. Those days, and this came out of one of the narrative. This came out the narratives of Frederick Douglass. Narratives of Frederick Douglass that he wrote himself. But yet everybody look up to Frederick Douglass, right? But now he's going into Christmas though. He's going into how Christmas was used as a weapon to control the slaves. It was used at that time as a smokescreen to keep the slaves under subjection. And that's the same thing that Esau does today. They tell you, well, Sam, you ain't got to work on this day. You got a day off, Sam. You got the liquor stores. You know them strip clubs is going to be open. I know you want to party on this day. You get what I'm saying? This is just to show you that the slavery, and this was back in, this is to show you that we are still under captivity. We are still under the white man's subjection, still under Esau's order. And pretty soon, they're going to be enforcing this a lot more. They're going to make this stuff mandatory, like mandatory Sunday laws, mandatory Sunday worship laws. They're going to make those mandatory too. This is also just like what we've been reading in the Maccabees, where they was making it Israelites to denounce their traditions as Jews.
Right.
They still doing it with the jabs. They telling you to denounce your culture and to denounce your belief and take this jab for $100 and some Krispy Kreme donuts. And our people will do it. Our people accept anything that the white man give to them. White man give them a chicken, a bone with a half piece of chicken bitten off of it. And our people still accept it. Our people still take it as a token or something, man. Right, a token of appreciation. We gotta come back to this Bible, man. Point blank, period. Because the Bible is showing you about Christmas. We just read it in Jeremiah chapter 2 and 3. I mean, that's like it. Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 and 2 and down. You get what I'm saying? We showing you right through the scriptures. The Bible is telling you to denounce Christmas, but is your pastor telling you that? This is the issue. Yeah, they got Christmas trees in the churches. But I bet you, if you go up in there and bring up Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 through 5, I dare one of y'all to go up in your church. I dare one of y'all to go and tell your pastor that Christmas is not our day of worship. I dare y'all to go do that, man. Hey, what's going on, brother? Yeah, yo, brother. You know you gotta, can you step around? That's rude, brother. You don't just step on the line like that. We'll deal with you, brother. Just take a step back, brother. Out of respect. What's going on, brother? You know who we are? We know why we out here. Who are we then? Hebrews, Israelites, right?
I know that.
Right?
I know that.
Okay.
But see, you said step back, and I don't go where when I step back.
Huh?
I ain't hear.
I heard you, brother. I heard you, brother. It's about respect. Don't take it personally.
No, it's not personal. I never, you know what? I'm old school, Jack.
I know.
Let the person
Right.
Now, when I say something, I don't want to respond to it.
Right.
I know you have all the things, but I would say somebody, y'all brothers, that's the
Right. Right. Keep going. We not, brother. We not.
No disrespect, brother. Just say, not saying you, but whoever homosexual walk behind me that close. I don't know what that homosexual trying to do.
Yeah, he looks like us though.
Not saying you. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
I switched it up real fast because I understood it, so I told you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Hold on, make sure I get my bag on my cricket.
The scriptures say let all. Okay. Yeah, the scriptures say let all things be done decently and in order, man. Say let all things be done decently and in order. You're walking off on another man's foundation. The scriptures say you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. So that's why we told the brother to take a step back. It ain't nothing personal, it's just about respect. But see, we would come out here, we trying to show our people, right? Trying to show our people that Christmas is not our day. That's why we out here telling, that's what we telling them, brother.
It's not our day. It's not our day.
Yeah. You wanna break it down? You wanna explain why?
Break it down. You know what I'm saying?
What? Yeah, watch that, brother. Watch those goals.
I love y'all. Period. I've been watching y'all for many years.
Right?
Probably when you were born.
Right?
You.
Yeah?
Y'all know about him, but him.
Okay, keep going.
I watch it. Keep going. I know one thing.
You alright? Alright.
Hey, your jacket is in your bag. You want to put it on or you okay?
No, praise it. That's good,
Okay.
brother. That's good.
Not against you.
Right? Right?
I want you to keep going.
Okay, so you made your point. All right, cool.
That's my point.
Yo, okay, I'm gonna speak, but I can't have you talking over me though.
I'm not.
Okay.
I just said speak. I gave you, I gave you,
Okay.
I gave you back.
All right, cool. So yeah, man, this is what I was explaining though. I dare one of these Christians to go in their church and and show their pastor Jeremiah chapter 10 though, where it talks about the Christmas trees, one cut up out of the tree of the forest. Ain't none of them gonna do that though. And why is that, brother?
Right.
I know I talk fast too.
Okay, why did I speak fast? I promise you. Okay, I went to Creflo Dollar one day.
Right?
Creflo Dollar is the master of the South. He's the master of the South. You know what I mean by that? Creflo Dollar, that ain't his last name.
Can we get straight to the point, brother? I know you long-winded, but can we get straight to the point of what you were saying? You say you went to Creflo Dollar and you did what? What'd you do?
I went to the bathroom snorting some cocaine.
Okay.
And then get what I did when I walked out the bathroom. I did this right here. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'll tell you the truth. I took this dollar, did just like this here, and throw it to him. Just like, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry, I apologize. I need this dollar.
Don't throw it over there. Don't throw it at
Don't throw it
us.
right here. They ain't gonna throw it at I knew you ain't gonna do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you something. I'm on the same team, y'all.
All right, keep going.
I took that dollar because I know what was more. He was a snake.
Yeah?
I throw that dollar straight to him. I apologize. So you did just like that. I did just like that. Now what that one, what that one.
So let me ask you something, brother. So you did all of this great stuff to Creflo Dollar. You stood up to Creflo Dollar, but what does this got to do with Christmas, brother? We talking about Christmas here.
Christmas. Let me tell you something about Christmas. I ain't gonna lie. Now, you know what I'm saying? Mine, I don't believe in Christmas.
Neither do we. All praises.
I do not believe in Christmas. Because there's only one person control everything.
Right?
And you know who that is?
The Most High.
Please believe it. Please believe it. Now, I did that to him. I wasn't gonna do it to y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. You know what I'm showing what I did to him.
Yeah?
Now, I might need that dollar later.
You don't gonna pick it
But guess what? No, I ain't gonna be that one, though. Not that one. I'm gonna make some more.
You gonna make you some more money, right? But brother, let me ask you this, brother, because I want to stay on the topic of Christmas. I don't want to get off topic. I'm trying to let our people know that Christmas is a pagan holiday. So let me ask you this question. What made you stop celebrating Christmas? What made you stop? What made you give it up?
Okay. You know, like Christmas.
We don't celebrate
Okay,
Christmas.
this is why I gave it up. My mama used to tell me Santa Claus come down and kill. I said, "Project, we don't have a chimney. We don't have a chimney. We don't have a chimney. So you deceiving me. You were deceiving me.
Yeah.
That's why. You were deceiving me. But y'all get mad when I don't teach my kids that.
Right.
Because I'm real. I'm not faking at all. You touch me right now, I'm still there. I do not believe in Christmas. Christmas don't mean none of them holidays.
You right?
You know what I believe in? I believe in if you do the right thing will happen.
Well, you bring out a good point, brother. You say if you do the right things are going to happen, right? So let me show you something. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Let's show you. Look, he said, the brother said, if he brought a point, he said, if you do the right things will happen. So let me ask you this. You believe in keeping the commandments of the Most High? What would happen if you do it?
Well, that's why you got to have trust.
We'll show you. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Bring it up.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Ain't that what you just said? If you do the right thing, right things will happen. So, what does that mean? So now we get into a point here. Because the Bible is saying the same thing. The Bible is saying if you keep the commandments of the Most High, you get the blessings. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. Well, what's this right here? Hold that. We're gonna go into that. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. I want to show you something because you brought a good point.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12.
Bring it up.
And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul. To keep, verse 13, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
To keep the commandments of the Lord. So what are some of the right things that we gotta start doing now for blessings? That's the word that I'm looking for. Because when you do the good things, you get blessings. Good things happen. And then we know the opposite too. We know if you don't do these things, you get what? You get curses. So what are some of the right things that the Bible say that if we do them, good things will happen? Let's show you. We're going to show you. Yeah, say it.
My program, I know if you do something bad, something gonna happen. Some good, something gonna happen. Family forward. I know. I'm here to speak.
No, we're not speaking. I'm telling you about the scripture. I want you to make your point here. Because we're having a conversation. I'm talking to you. Go ahead and speak your piece.
You know, I do wrong every day. But see, I'm just telling the truth, brother. You know, I know I'm nothing to do with your thing, but I mean, real. The reason why, you know, like they pray on shit, right? The reason why I don't pray because if I pray and go out here the next day, then what I did, I defeat the purpose. Right or wrong? Now, when you pray, that means that you don't do that no more. I pray, but I pray social with myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know that's wrong, but when I pray, I talk with real person. I say,
Right? Keep going.
It just thought out my head.
Right.
It thought out my head because if you pray right now, it goes like a building. What have you done? Don't do it that way. Look at me. I said,
First of all, I mean, drinking beer. You can drink, but drink in moderation, brother. But listen. Let's stick with your point. My point is. Nah, your other point. If you do the right thing, right things will happen. We're gonna show you some of the right things you're supposed to do in the Bible. Let's see. Is this a right thing that you're doing?
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine, though he devoured the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he chose not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So you know what swine is?
You know good well I know what swine is.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
Pig.
A pig. Thank you. Okay. So what is the Bible saying? The Bible is saying that the Bible is saying that pork is unclean. That's a wrong thing, right? But our people do it all the time. Our people eat it all the time, right? Our people eat pork all the time. They eat swine, they eat hog maws. You know, everybody getting ready for that Christmas dinner. They want their honey baked. They want their honey baked ham. But let me hold on real quick. Hold on. But see, brother, this is the thing. Do you do this? Is this a right thing that you do? Do you eat pork?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you.
He said, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, that good to eat no animals. No. Animals are nasty, period. Ain't no good to animals.
Yo, stop celebrating Christmas if you are doing that, sister. Christmas is a pagan holiday. Okay? Come back to the laws of God, man. And put some clothes on, man. It's too cold to be wearing that stuff out here, man. Keep going.
Now look. Now watch this. If I could survive off of water, I would. But we know we got to have something.
No, we gotta have something.
No more. I'm
You
talking
said
about
it.
not like that. I'm talking about meat-wise.
So you saying all meat is unclean? Is that what you
Well,
saying?
see, they plugging it up now. Everything's plugged up.
They talking about injecting it with hormones and stuff. That's the foul bread
They make
on the
it grow.
Gentiles.
They make it grow. Because everything got something. You might buy a piece of, you know what I'm saying? They mix with people.
But yeah, but you know they do the same thing with vegetables though.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
do the same
That's
thing
the
with
thing.
vegetables and stuff.
Yeah, they
but
do everything.
I'd rather eat an injected fish that's clean. That's rather than they eat a crab or a shrimp or a lobster. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's a clean animal. The Most High told me that's the right thing to do. We talking about doing right things. Is eating pork a right thing? I'm asking you now. Is eating pork a right thing? No, thank you. Thank you. So what do we got to do? We got to stop eating it now.
Yeah. Believe.
We got to stop eating pork.
Yeah.
So this is why I want you to tell your peoples, man, stop eating pork.
But see, they don't want to listen because they thinking that's the right thing to do because they thinking, or they wonder why they pressure up your things going on. With
Yeah, blood pressure,
why,
high
that's why they,
cholesterol, gout.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, all that come with it.
right?
I'm a powerful person, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a powerful person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Let me see you something. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm with you, not against you.
You're with me, you against me. Okay, let me show you another law that you're with me with. All right, let's go to the next law.
This is the book of Leviticus 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mark the corners of thy beard.
The right thing that you do, do you keep that law? That's another law. I know you shave.
The only reason why, hold on. I'll tell
You say you with us though. You say you with us
hold
though.
on. The only reason why, I'm gonna tell you, I just don't like hair on my face. Other than that. I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I just, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, because it makes you feel something.
Well, they have beer products that you can use to help
you said
deal with.
product.
Yeah, beer products that you can use to
Now,
help.
you know what products do?
Supplements, right?
Okay, do you put deodorant on? I need, hold on, bro.
Put the right stuff in your bed.
Yeah,
Put the right stuff for your beard.
The right stuff.
You get dry hair, you're gonna get dandruff.
Right.
Put the right stuff in your
On your
bed.
beard.
You're right about that, but look, if I'm not experienced, I need to research. I have to research, but let me tell you something. There's so much stuff out here now. You got to do some research in order to find out what you're going to get.
Right?
So let me tell you something. Do you know, like, deodorant give you cancer? Okay? You know, I got to research.
Right?
Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. America is injustice. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all do your thing. And I'm down with y'all. Because I love my brother.
You down with us?
I'm not worried about,
Are you really down with us?
I love black people.
You love our people? You love your brothers?
Yes, I do.
Are you if you love the Most High, you love His people, right? Will you do this? Will you keep this law right here? Read what you got.
Book of Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them, that they make them the fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generation, and that they put upon the fringe of the border a virgin of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe that he may look upon you, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So, if you with us, brother, you say you with us, where are your fringes?
My friends?
Your fringes, the borders of the garments, the borders of blue, the
Where my
fringes.
friends at?
Yeah,
Right here. Right here, these.
fringes.
Oh. See now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hold on. See,
You say you with us though. You say you know what we about though.
Hold on, what I did? Hold on. I ain't trying to challenge you.
I'm going by what you're saying. I'm going exactly based off what
I'm
you're saying.
saying I'm with you because I agree.
Okay.
And then what I'm saying is, I said I'm with you because you're covered. Hold on, right?
Hold on. What are you saying? What are you saying, brother?
I said I'm with you because you're colored. Black. I love black. Something.
Right.
You saying why ain't got that on? That means I'm different?
Well, it puts the difference between us and the other nations. I get what you're saying, brother, but this is my point that I'm getting to you. If you are down with us, you will get you some fringes. You will do everything that the Bible says. If you down with God, if you down to doing the right thing, remember, we talked about doing the right thing.
But you remember what I said
This is
at first?
this is doing the
Remember what I
right
said?
thing.
Remember what I said at first? You know what I'm saying? I said that I'm into this.
You into it, we'll get you some
You're
fringes.
not listening. I'm saying I'm into this to see. Guess what I do every day? I smoke cigarettes. I drink every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. I don't like this shit. You know, if I'm doing wrong, when I come to God, I want to be right. I want to make sure I'm clean. I'm not going to drink a pill and then go pray and then come right back out and do the same old thing. But get what I did? I lied. Because when you pray, that means that you're trying to get right. Right?
Keep going.
I think you're going to throw up on me. You know what I'm saying? When somebody do that, I am real. Reason why, see,
But let me ask you something, brother, because you talked about drinking beer, right?
yeah.
Well, you know Christ drank wine. He drank wine. Wine is what? Alcohol. It's an alcoholic beverage. So is Christ wicked? He still prayed to the Most High, right? But he still drunk wine, though. He drunk in moderation. So it is drinking a sin? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's the same.
Is drinking a sin?
Is drinking a sin?
Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's sin. I think it's just doing, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think it's sin.
But Christ did it. Is he wicked because he drunk some wine?
According to the Old Testament and the New Testament, Old Testament, the ancestors, they ain't got no authority on this.
I'm gonna step down a few minutes.
They ain't got no authority on this. They trying to act arrogant, like they got all the knowledge about this shit. But I'm gonna tell you right now, with the Old Testament and the New Testament, when it was fulfilled, they had the Jews. They had.
We gotta break. Okay, calm.
Hey, get your bag. Get your bag.
When y'all want us to start breaking down?
Break down right now. Break down right now.
Okay, calm. I'm gonna end it off.
When the Quran was
Well, say here, brother.
the Quran was revealed.
Let me ask you.
It said, okay.
Yo, I'm
drinking
talking
is
to you.
prohibited.
Listen.
I'm
Don't.
talking to you. I'm
Look,
talking to
well,
you.
I'm talking to this brother. Listen,
I'm
brother.
talking to you.
Brother, me, you, me. What's your name, brother? Brother, what's your name? Tony, nice to meet you, Tony. I'm Nabi. So here's what we're gonna do, right? We gotta break off and go to another location. We're gonna meet up with some more of our brothers. You wanna keep learning the right way? You gonna come down here and walk with us, though, brother. You wanna walk with us?
Look, if y'all want to have a debate with me, Uncle, I'll sit down with any of your
Okay, this
so-called
one I'm gonna close
scholars.
out with, man.
I would sit down with any of y'all
Ecclesiastes
so-called
12
scholars,
13.
and I would deal with you, man.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
stank ass shit, man.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
I deal with y'all fellas, man. You heard what I said. You heard what I said, man. Ain't y'all out here with these costumes on and all that old shit. I would deal with this.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole
You
matter.
can't deal with me. You can't deal with me.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Damn that.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
You can't bring me your book.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Do you keep the commandments?
I ain't got no problem with that. We ain't talking about that. We not talking about that.
Fear God and keep his commandments. That's all God was about. It's keeping God's commandments.
Y'all stop the man. Stop the man.
Keep his commandments.
Take off the costume and take off all the masquerade. Look, let's deal with facts. Let's deal with facts. Let's sit down. Let's talk about factual things, man.
For this is the whole duty of man.
And with that, I'm going to close it out.
Hey, Scarpa. Hey, Scarpa, Shaq, if you want to really dialogue with us, you can walk down the block, brother. Come on. Come on, let's walk down the block. Come on, let's
You
dialogue.
ain't got nothing to do with how I'm gonna die and where I'm gonna die.
You gonna die here in America acting like that. You gonna die just another nigga acting like that.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna die anyway, nigga. You gonna die.
Nah, some of us gonna live forever, brother. Some of us gonna live forever. Some of us gonna live forever.
Man, you gotta trust somebody. Shit.
You running your mouth and flipping off your people, man. OGs like you failed the youth. You failed us. You failed us, man. You failed us. You the reason why these young boys out here lost. Old washed up niggas like you. You failed us, man. You failed us. You failed us. So come down the block and let's have a discourse. Why you running? Come down the block and let's have a discourse, man. So come down the block and let's have a discourse, man. You running your mouth and walking away like a coward, right? You one of them old men that walked away from your children because you couldn't handle your wife, right? Living the curses of Deuteronomy, man. You not mad enough to deal with these young boys,
Why you fucking with these brothers? Damn.
right? Come on. That's what I'm talking about, man. We about to go down the block, man. You can pull up if you want. But until then, man, Kwame Yashala, man.
Where's Riley?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Just follow the brothers. You're good. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I just act like this, I'm young, that's all. I know the truth. Hey man, I know the truth. The truth set you free, brother. The truth set you free.
Travis.
I'm sorry, sis.
He's the kid of me, but I was
Come on, son. Come on. Come on. Go ahead. Come on.
These things, these three mighty men. That's how they got their name in the Bible, man. They had no fear. They was never a coward, and they protected King David. And when David had the records written, he said, "Remember my guys, man, my brothers that stood so stiffly with me in battle, and record their actions forever." And then the last thing he recorded was how he loved them because he told you why he didn't drink the water. They put their lives in jeopardy for me, man. Far be it from me to drink this water. That's how much he loved them three brothers, man. And that's how you supposed to love each other. That's how we as soldiers in arms out here kicking this doctrine is supposed to love each other. We supposed to remember that we put our lives in jeopardy for each other, man. And that's supposed to make our bond tighter than real blood brothers, man. Come? There's more than that? It going into something else? That was David's mighty acts, man. Read that. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and Abishai, the brother of Joab.
See, y'all don't know who Joab is. I'm telling you now. You know who knows who Joab is? Shalpar knows who Joab is. Yeah. Hey, I don't deserve that, but hey, that's a strong brother. David is recorded in the Bible saying the sons of Zeruiah are too strong for me. Joab is one of the sons of Zeruiah. His brother Abishai and Asahel are the sons of Zeruiah as well. And David got into a conflict with Joab at one point and admitted, "Yo, these brothers be too strong for me." That's how mighty they was. Equivalent in power. Even still, those men were subservient to David. When David numbered the people, Joab came to him and said, "Why are you doing this? You should not do this." That's also an example of being a strong brother. Because even your leadership at times needs to be told, "Hey, what you're doing is wrong. I'm gonna be man. I'm not gonna favor your person. I'm gonna be man enough to keep you on the path of serving the Lord correctly." But he was still subservient to David because David numbered them people anyway. And Joab stood aside and allowed it to happen. And then the destroying angel of the Lord came and killed 70,000 Israelites, or 26,000, somehow. All right? You got to read these accounts. You got to go in the book of Samuel, and this is the last time Israel was as a ruler, warrior class nation, and nobody could defy us. Solomon was the end of that. After that, we had opponents and enemies that used to seize our gates and make us afraid to come outside. Look at Hezekiah's kingdom. He was still mighty, but we had challenges and enemies, right? But when you read Samuel during David and Solomon's time, there was nobody on our level. That's the last time we was in glorious rulership. Make sure y'all read these accounts, man. All right, 2 Samuel is my favorite book of the whole Bible. All right, it's amazing that Israel had that much power because the Lord was yet with us, man. Read this.
Verse 18, And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3.
Amongst his brothers, it was 3 of them.
And he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3.
This is Abishai. This is Joab's little brother. He killed 300 men in the fight. The Lord said, how many will flee? He said what? One of you will put 10,000 to flight, right?
That's right.
Well, then you're reading it. He meant it. That wasn't an exaggeration or idiom. He meant that. One of you will put 500. They will flee. You come in one way, and they will flee 500 ways to get away from you.
Right.
That's why we was breaking through the host of the Philistines. That's why we wouldn't let them take one lintel that belonged to us.
That's right.
That's why if we get thirsty and we want water, we just pass through them. That time is coming back, man. And the power that you're looking for, you're going to get it through Christ. You brothers that don't acknowledge Christ, you finish. Because that was David's Lord. Now what? Who do you think was coming down communing with David, passing the spiritual power on? Who's the mediator between God and men? It's Christ. Some of you brothers is too arrogant. You think you can go straight to the Most High. It ain't going like that. All right, I'm gonna continue to beep at him. I'm gonna drive slow to teach him a lesson.
And I'm gonna talk
even though it was an accident. See what our people do?
Yeah.
That happened to me on the way to camp. I put my signal light on. The brother wouldn't let me over, but I thought he was. And as I tried to go into the lane, he sped up and drove towards me. Now, I got mad, right? I got fired up mad and pulled up next to him and forgot myself. And we had a little shouting match. And I did, and who knows how that could have went? Because, you know, he called me a fuck nigga, and I ain't like that. And then my temperature rose a little bit. And I'm trying to go to camp. Now, all that spiritual power is comes out of us when it's to go against our own brother all the time. Now, all of a sudden, you can put 500 to flight when you go against your own brother. You could go to Rucker and shoot up the whole park. But for these other nations, that's where that energy is supposed to come from. It's supposed to come to destroying these other nations, and one appears. He's trying to look around you.
Peter Parker.
What's up, fellas? You got skateboards. Skate on them, man. Y'all walking. Exactly. Esau is trying to figure out where he's going. You're going in slavery. That's where you're going. That's where you're going. Shout out to Priest Sabak. Now look, Israel. Now you hype and you thinking about having your spiritual power back, but right now y'all are in so much folly it don't make no sense.
Right.
We got Megan Good. Bleaching. No, you know who was bleaching before her? Serena, man. Serena looked crazy. Who? Well, that, yeah, we know that. He looked like a Salmon Sosa. Yo, he do. He pink. Yo, Megan Good is out of order. Read the scripture. Read the scripture in the Apocrypha, man. Shameless woman, baby. Get this real fast. Get this real fast.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 26.
Go to Isaiah chapter 3 and start at verse 14.
And verse 25.
Come on. Now the sister's like, camp was good. Now he gonna get on us. Yes. We gonna get on everybody. Come on.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
As a what?
As a dog.
As a what?
As a dog.
We can't get the kingdom that's just men. Our women have to come with us, brothers. Our sisters have to buy into this thing. Right? They got to be on board with the program. What is wrong with our sister's mind right now? This woman is married. Not anymore. To a pastor. She gets a TV show and she does a scene looking up another man's record. And the man got his legs in the air spread eagle. No, come on, Ariel. He divorced her for doing it. Now look, where is your respect for your husbands in this world, in this land? You go on Instagram, it's a woman, bathing suit, they're skinny, and then out of nowhere comes a dude hugging her and kisses her.
Right.
But the video starts with her butt in your face. And then the caption, my everything, he's always there for me. Wait a minute. Why are you showing the world your body and then trying to get pride? And he's complicit with it because he just got him a baddie, so he just happy.
Right. Right.
See how stupid we are? Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Megan Good's husband because she was shameless for doing that. That was embarrassing and disgusting. And he divorced her for that, and she did not care. That's why the Lord said this. Read it again.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Now, when she got with that dude, she was all into spirituality. All they wanted to talk about was church and the Bible. And look at the ending that become of that.
Almost came into truth and all.
Almost learned they was Israelites. And look at how that ended. And she thinks she's liberated. But actually, she is a dog, man. She's an embarrassing creature. She's not even a woman anymore. The Bible says she's a bitch. She's a dog, man. You shameless. You embarrassed yourself and your family, your mother and your father by doing that scene.
Right.
And you embarrassed the Most High who you claim to follow.
Right.
It gets worse. Aisha Curry.
Oh, man.
Now, we already had a problem with you, Aisha, when you talking about you need attention from other men.
Right.
Where is your respect for your husband?
That's right.
And these men in this society who don't know the truth and are not full of the power of the Most High, they are complicit with this.
That's right.
Yeah, she did say that. Meanwhile, you dropping 50 a night. One of the greatest sports athletes on the earth. What more do you have to prove? And your wife is on TV telling the world she wants attention from other men. Sisters, what are y'all doing to us? What are you doing to us? You humiliating the men of your nation.
Right.
Here comes Satan. You humiliating the men of your nation. I called you by name. I called you by name. I called you by name. Get behind me. Get behind me. And Satan is using him like a marionette and just walking him to go do something mischievous. And that same demon, that unclean demon that's on him, is on the sisters doing this stuff.
That's right.
It's just a different context. Why are you going to go on TV and say you want attention from other men? And that's the reason Megan Good got her hand, her face up a nigga's rectum. Because she wants attention. Right. Why don't you want attention from the Most High?
Right. Right.
The Most High cannot deal with you when you moving like this. Our sisters are humiliating us right now. Read that. I don't want Proverbs 7 and 19. You got it. You stay where you are. You're going to have to read that multiple times because there's another thing that Aisha did. Do you know Aisha just told the same Steph Curry that she's unhappy and wants an open relationship now? Yes. Aisha just told Steph Curry, who got his daughter as his prize, who he looks after, and I've never seen him get into no folly. His wife of his youth just told this man she want an open relationship. And he has to be okay with it. Did he leave her? Did he leave her or you gonna pay? Did he leave her? Our sisters are embarrassing us out here. You are humiliating the men of your nation with your decisions while we're trying to rebuild. You destroying us. And the white man see this.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to give all you women in Atlanta $850 a month for nothing. Right. Why is he doing that?
Right.
Because you don't respect no leadership and I give you money, you're going to give it back to me.
Right.
Read what he said.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 17. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love unto the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. For the good man is not at home. Say what? For the good man is not at home.
Sisters, this is you with your hypergamous behavior. Sisters, this is you with your, I can be a nigga better than a nigga can. I can do a man better than a man can. Why, if a man can have many women, why can't I have many men?
Right.
You are humiliating the men of your nation with your decision making and your choices, sisters.
That's right.
La la. You mad at Mello, but you go on to show power and show all your breasts. Have a man licking all over you, and that wasn't enough. In the next season, they let Esau do it to you. Do you see that? But these are the women that are exalted, right? She's one of the top of the tops. What about Will Smith? What about Will Smith? Come on, you're gonna say something. You're gonna say something. What about Will? What is he supposed to do, Ak?
That man is no longer legend, Ak. That man, at the end of January, he hides until September, no August. Right, so it's an embarrassment. Right, it's an embarrassment to the men of our nation when our women are unruly. Right, even on the chessboard, right, the king is the most valuable piece because once he go down, the game is over. Right, but the queen is supposed to be the most powerful piece because the way she moves, she has the most freedom. Right, but instead of our women taking their freedom in this society to build the nation, they use to tear it down. Right, they use to tear it down. And even if they have a bad man or a good man, it doesn't matter to them. It's like there's no satisfying them because they have that Disney mentality when they deserve the world. Right. And they use their bodies to get it, man. So Will Smith, man, I just say that man is on a short leash. And he don't know how to get off of it, man.
And look how we feel sorry for you. Sisters, do y'all understand that Elam drive taxi and stink all day and comes home and got 4 wives in the house, one cooking, one sewing, one managing the money, and the other one watching the kids? That bumite, who you would never, the women of this culture would never think to be with a man like that. He's not good enough for me. He's not good enough. That man had got 4 wives and is a king in his culture. Sisters, do you realize you have the power to elevate us to kingship by your behavior? You can make a man with nothing feel like a rich man by you being obedient and in order. And that's what the Bible teaches. Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. That's in the New Testament. For anybody want to argue about that, 1 Corinthians 11:3. Read.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3.
What did the Lord say?
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
Say what?
The head of the woman is the man.
Our sisters never learned this. Happy wife, happy life. Our sisters never learned this. I don't want no problems with my woman, man. Whatever she say goes. Yes, dear. That yes, dear spirit.
Right.
What did the Lord say?
The head of the woman is the man.
And until we have that back, you're never going to be back in your righteous position either. You're in an unrighteous position when your wife is defiant. She's out of order and you allowing it, meaning you complicit.
That's right.
That's why Jada Pinkett is on TV talking about who she having sex with while her husband is on the other side trying not to cry.
Right.
Actually crying. They done made a meme out of this man's sad face.
That's crazy.
This is Will Smith. Will Smith is one of the most successful people in the world. And it's still not good enough for that woman.
Right.
Because what? What did the Bible say about a shameless woman, Doc? Call it and read it.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
So Jada Pinkett Smith ain't nobody's queen.
Right.
Jada Pinkett Smith ain't no precious flower. Right. She's a shameless woman, and the Bible says she is what?
A dog.
Now, did I say it or did the Lord say that? And that's what's wrong with our people. We like religion only up to the point where it requires us to get in order.
Right.
We love religion only up to the moment that it requires us to change.
Right.
The women in our community must change.
Right.
You must get back in your feminine, demure position. You must. Because we teach the men 24/7, 24/6. But this is the 1 hour that we got to talk to the sisters. Y'all are humiliating us in this nation.
Right.
Huh? You don't hear the Asian man's woman saying, I don't need no man. You don't hear the Arab man's woman saying, he better do as I say. Right. Because all hell's going to break loose in this house. But our women got that mammy spirit, and your slave master put that spirit on you. He's the one that taught you how to defy your husband. The slave master is the one that taught you how to look down on this man because he doesn't have what slave master has. Because there was a time you didn't care about that. There was a time you didn't give a damn about that. Grandpa worked in the farm. He had a couple chickens and some cows. He wore overalls. He'd come in the house, and his bath water was ran, and his food was ready, and that man was a king in a cabin, man. That man was a king in a one-level house with 3 rooms, man. Because that's who he was to his woman. But she was in order. She elevated him to royalty through her behavior. And that's what I want y'all to learn and understand here, sisters, of my culture. Part of us getting back to where we're trying to be is you getting back to where you are supposed to be. Right? What's he saying?
Like, for instance, if you, I'm not sure if y'all follow that show Power, right? I've been watching Power since the beginning. And at first I was like, yo, Jake is off as hell, man. Jake made a business out of destroying his people. Right. But then when I'm looking at it, Jake want to get out the business and Eve want him to continue. She wanted the red bottoms. She wanted the Birkin bag.
She could have still had it. Right.
She could have still had it, but she wanted it faster. She wanted it fast. She said, nah, that slow motion stuff, that ain't for me. I got to keep up with the Kardashians. She got to keep up with the IG stories, man. She got to keep up with who? With Shesaw. Right. And I know when Shesaw had a 400-year head start off the backs of your ancestors, man. Right. Don't try to keep up with Shesaw. If anything, you should look at her and want the opposite, man. So I'm watching the show Power, and I'm like, I get a knot in my stomach when I realize they portray our women as the worst mothers on earth, man.
Yes, they do.
They portray our women as the worst mothers on earth.
Even to right now.
Even to right now. When they got Mary J. Blige, got her sons hustling for her, right? Raising Canaan, right? Yeah, one is a homosexual.
Well, she ain't down with that. She's not down with that.
She's not down with that.
But she letting them do it.
She letting them do it because as long as he still make her money, as long as she still get the money. Raising Canaan, the mother taught the boy how to cook crack, man.
Damn.
She taught him how to cook crack, yeah. Yeah, she taught him how to cook crack, man. Right, and then now when you look at Tasha, she turned Tariq against his own father, how to murder his own father, just then he became his father. Right, even worse version because his father actually seen a way out. Right, so what our women have to realize is that you don't want to be a weapon of mass destruction for your enemy. Right. Right, because the toxicity of this whole kingdom that we're in, man, has taught us how to be in a toxic, abusive relationship when it comes to us loving this kingdom and us loving the slave master, but hating each other. Let me get Proverbs 14:1. Our women got to realize the important it is to raise strong men. Like the mother of 2 Maccabees chapter 7. We're just coming out of the Feast of Dedication. That was a strong mother, man. She raised 7 strong men that didn't fold up to Esau, man. It was recorded in the heavens because of that, man.
That's right.
It was recorded in the heavens. But now you got mothers that's teaching their sons how to cook crack. That's teaching their daughters how to twerk.
The grandmother's a drunkard and beating the baby girl.
The grandmother's a drunkard beating the baby girl and calling over all different types of men at the middle of the night, man.
Right. What is this?
Right. This is the household that our people are being raised in, man. Man, when I was growing up, I used to step over a crackhead named Sonia and heard her daughter crying in the damn living room, and her door wide open, man. Her door wide open, her daughter crying in the living room. People got to slap her on the face and slash board on her. Your daughter crying in the living room, Sonia, get up and go in your house, man. See, this is what Esau has done. He has destroyed the daughter of Zion to destroy the future, man. Y'all gotta see the game plan of your enemy, man. The real thing he wants to do is continue to raise docile, right? Docile, weak, big gorillas to work for him, man. That's what he want, man. He want docile, weak-minded, but big old gorillas to work for him, man, and continue to build up his nation, right? But what our women got to do is learn how to build up our nation instead of tearing it down. Let me get Proverbs 14:1.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Right, every wise woman, a wise woman will build up her house, man. Why would you want to build up the men in your family, man? Right. Yo, you know when a black woman says she don't need no black man, you know who she also includes? Her brother, her father, her uncle, her cousins, her son. You don't need no black man. What about your son? What about him? No, you're supposed to be building up your household so your strong sons could defend you, man. So your strong father could defend you. So your strong uncle and cousins and brothers could defend you, man. So when you destroy the men of your nation, sisters, whether you know it or not, you destroy your whole defense system, man. Right. You pluck down the walls of your defense, man. You unravel the barbed wire. You snatch the wires out the ADT. That's exactly what you do when you destroy the men of your household, man. What's your precept, King?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Who are?
Children are their oppressors.
Who are?
Children are their oppressors.
And who's in charge of the children? Read on.
And women rule over them.
What?
And women rule over them.
And the women rule over the children, man. That's what's the most important part of raising the children on, man. You control the narrative of the future of our people. When you control the minds of the youth, man. That's why they took your man out the household. Because they want you so busy chasing that bag. They want you so busy chasing that damn bag that you're not paying attention to your children.
That's right.
So now sleepy, creepy, sloppy Joe, right? He can implement things like drag queen story time and destroy that strong warrior you got in your household. So you're defenseless now. We got to realize that, man. Read that again from the top and read it through.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
And they that lead thee cause thee to error. That's why they exalt folly. That's why they exalt the Kardashians, right? That's why they exalt
the most wicked women ever.
Right.
All of them.
Destroy every man that they with.
Turn one man into a woman.
Turn one man into a woman. And then you hit woman of the year. Wow. Destroyed. Completely destroyed.
You know we talking about real. This is real.
God.
Oh man.
It's reality.
Yo, what's even a woman for a whole year?
Oh man.
But got woman of the year.
Got woman of the year. Yo, this is
really have to.
If this isn't Babylon, the land of confusion, I don't know what is.
God.
You know what else happened recently? I seen an article that Edomite had a baby that was a man.
Oh no, yeah.
And he got mad that the doctors were calling him ma'am.
But the baby's, it was really a woman, but that's really a woman.
Right.
Trans man.
He was a woman that trans man, and he grew a beard and stuff, and got with a black. He's with a black dude.
I get confused. Transformer.
Yeah. She became a man. How about that?
Translusive. I don't know. Transmission.
I don't know.
Autobot.
We in North Carolina, and a black gay man comes up in a lion suit with 3 children, and he's we thinking the wife is a white woman, and they adopted it. He's actually gay, and he's the woman in the relationship, and then he has a white husband, and they have 3 adopted children. That happened.
Good God Almighty, man.
They adopted his nephew or something.
They adopted his nephew.
The white guy's nephew. They said these are really his nephews, but we took him in because their mom had something going on.
Yo, remember that show, My True Dad?
With a whole embarrassing lines.
I think we have a question over here. You have a question?
Oh, I just heard some speaking, and I wanted to come see what it was all about. Somebody that's helping people on.
We over here talking about the importance, right, of the daughters of Zion to raise their children in the ways of the Lord.
144,000.
You agree with that?
I do.
So what do you feel about feminism?
Well, it's not really what I feel about it. That's kind of a loaded question. I don't.
That's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question. I thought it was simple.
I'll tell you what I do believe. I believe in love.
You believe in love, so love is love?
No.
Love is love?
No, to me, I can only tell you what my existential experience is. My existential experience on love is unconditional.
It's unconditional.
Yeah.
So you would love a person that would stab you to death?
Pardon me?
You said that sounds like a condition right there, right? Would you love a person that would stab you to death?
I didn't say I would. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
But you said unconditional.
You asked loaded
Oh,
questions.
see, looks like his love just ran out already.
No, listen. See, you're trying to hijack who I am. You don't know anything about me.
We don't know you.
Exactly. So why don't you let me say who I am instead of trying to paint
Actually, you said unconditional love, so I asked you a condition on that love.
I'll tell you what the condition is. Unconditional.
I love conditioning.
I love conditional.
Me too.
What do you guys represent?
We represent the Most High God of Israel and His law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
The what?
The 144,000 lost tribe.
We dare not make ourselves that number. We represent the lost sheep. We represent the lost sheep.
Well, do you? Let me tell you something about me. I'm an American Indian. Okay?
Yeah, American Indian. What tribe?
What kind of American Indian? Who's
Cherokee. Crowfoot. Siskatoon.
Crowfoot.
Crowfoot?
Crowfoot. Peter Rock Crowfoot. Look me up right now.
On your mother's side or your father's side?
On both.
On both? Can you repeat that? Because our native brother over here wants to
Put it in.
understand.
Put it in right now.
Crowfoot.
Crowfoot. C-R-O-W-F-O-O-T. Peter Rock Crowfoot.
Yeah, pause. Crowfoot? Crowfoot or Crowfoot?
He's saying crow.
C-R-O-W-F-O-O-T.
Crowfoot.
When did your family become Crowfoot?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what reservation do you guys descend from, and what
How
state?
about me asking one question? You sit here and grilled me, all of you, for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm a native. I don't like when white people say they're Indian, so I'm trying to just say what I'm trying to see what
say
the
about
feeling.
that. The The American people, they stole our land and made your people work it. So don't you come at me with that prejudice.
You don't know our people because we're
You don't know my people.
Wait, hold up, dude. Hold up. I'm a Comanche Indian. So now you're telling me I'm not.
That's what you just told me. You said you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Well, that's what I was asking you. I could tell you exactly what my family's from Texas, right? They're from Nacogdoches. The reservation we grew up on was the Comanche reservation, the Numunu Tekwapu. So I asked you, which, if you're really an Indian, you should know what reservation you come from.
What you think of me is none of my business, and what I think of you is none of your business. That's the problem with
My
this
business
world.
is my people. If you're one of my people, then you're my business.
Well, you know what?
So I'm trying to find out if you're really one of my people. That's all I'm doing. Because you know it was white people that took our land, right? And then like assumed to be Indians. You know there's a $5 Indian thing, right? So I'm just trying to make sure you're not one of those.
You're just talking to yourself because you're not even listening to me say something.
I just had a question. Go ahead, answer it again.
You don't tell me to go ahead, and you don't tell me when to talk or not to talk. I would like to just have 1 minute to try and unify our country.
The native would have answered the question by now.
What country? You see? There's only one country.
What country you think this is?
Can I just talk without being beat down?
We beat him down.
Are we beating him down?
All right, hold on. Akim. Hold on, Akim. So what would you like to talk about?
I'd like to talk about bringing all parties together. Let me finish, okay? I'm going to give 1 minute before you interrupt.
You're going to get as much time as I deserve.
For 10 minutes, attacking me, jumping to conclusions. You don't know who I am. Let me speak for 1 minute.
You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
I don't even need that. I'm wasting my time. Just look up Peter Rock Crowfoot. You'll see who I am on the internet and what I stand for. And I'm ashamed right now.
How are you ashamed?
I'm ashamed that you are giving humanity a bad name. You're not listening.
How am I giving humanity a bad name?
That's the question.
Did I scalp you and your people? Did I scalp you and your people?
Yes, you did.
When did I do that?
You tell
What
me.
year?
You tell me.
Did I burn you at a stake?
Yes, you did.
Did I sick dogs on you?
Yes, you did.
Was I the person that was hosing you down and standing rock? When did I did that?
Black people were a part of the trailer. It's part of the human race. The problem with you people. Or was it white people that did it?
No,
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hey, calm down.
Hold on.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir. If you're going to be here, I need you to calm down.
Well, I need for you to back off.
Hey, he's definitely Esau. No, you don't. You don't get the microphone.
Why you so mean? You sat here, all of you around your cameras. Lost loaded questions.
We've been had cameras.
We've
been had cameras. Hey. You ever heard of Nathan Phillips? You know Nathan Phillips? Hey.
He's asking me 25 questions and I had to.
I just gave you 30 seconds and you accused me of the Trail of Tears.
No, I'm not kidding.
You accused me of the Trail of Tears.
You're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. Are you gonna let me talk? Or are you gonna just sit here and listen to yourself?
But I just asked you a question. What do you want to talk about, man?
I want to talk about love. That's what I said the very first thing. And
All right.
then you came at me and
You said unconditional love.
Can I finish? Stop interrupting.
All right? You're definitely Esau. I'm trying to have a dialogue with you.
No, you're not.
Yes, of course I am.
I'm interrupting you. You don't
No,
know how to listen.
what you want to do is go on a soliloquy right now, and I want to dialogue with you.
Yeah, tell him who I am.
Yes.
Tell him who I am.
Who are you?
I'm Prophet Media International. What's that?
International press. I'm sorry for asking questions.
International press.
All right. So you know what went down with Standing Rock, right?
I want to not be grilled here. I'm not on trial.
I like that sign you make it with your hand too. That don't work over here. But go ahead.
I'm wasting my time. You're a waste of my time.
No. What you doing, right, is showing that you a $5 Indian, Mr. Crowfoot. That's what you're doing right now. Right? It will though.
Here's what I have to say to you, the audience. Hey, let him talk. I'm exercised and I'm upset because the problem with our nation is we need to strip the religiosity off of philosophy. We need to strip the churchianity off of Christianity. And we need to get back to the basic. I don't look at the color of the skin. I look at the color that's within. And I see a very arrogant man, and I see all of you judging me. And it makes me righteous indignation. It makes me sad. It breaks my heart. The Bible, I serve one God, and there's many, many, many different gods.
What's his name?
I serve one God. I call him, some people call him Adonai, Shaddai. Some people call him Elohim. Some people call him Allah, Sabah, and Him. Some people say Alhamdulillah. Other people say Namaste. There's many different ways.
And we say Yahweh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yahweh. I understand.
I know what you're saying, but listen here. Yo, I just listen to you.
I'm talking to your audience, not you.
Yeah, but that is rude.
What's wrong with being rude?
Hey, but you know who else is rude? The pale face that came over here and killed the I'm saying that you're looking like one right now, right? With your posture, your posture.
I didn't say I'm about love.
You said you did.
You said unconditional love.
Psalms 58:3. Psalms 58:3. Psalms 58:3, man. Psalms 58:3, man. You're not wasting your breath, man. You're actually building a case against you.
Since Psalm chapter 58, verse 3.
Bring it out.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Speaking lies.
I ain't got it myself.
What lie did he tell?
I subscribe from Psalm
Read
71. Psalm 71. All of it.
We're not gonna read all of it. Right? So what?
Now you fooling around.
He is fooling around.
What's your name?
The problem.
I already told you. You don't listen.
Why are you being hostile? I can't hear. It's loud.
I can be whatever I want.
You know what the problem with our nation is? Hold on. You know what our problem with our nation is? Oh, we always want to come after each other instead of coming after your oppressor. That's the problem with our nation, man. Right?
No, I'm telling you the problem.
Who's your oppressor? Crowfoot. Who's your oppressor? Who's your oppressor, Crowfoot?
You right
I'm your oppressor? How have I oppressed thee, prophet? So what about this guy right here? What about that guy right there?
I'm not taking any more questions.
What about Bill Bradley over there?
Let me answer one question.
What question do you want to answer? We asked you several. Right? We are the lost tribes of the children of Israel. I'm a servant of the Most High God, Yahweh.
You think there's anybody else that is too?
Of course, they're standing right next to me.
That's right. You think I am?
No.
Okay, then. Thank you. I've wasted enough time. That's my point. This is a mentality that divides. We don't give a damn to America.
We supposed to divide, man. You get Proverbs 11:21. We supposed to be divided. You don't know?
Are you? When did your family become?
Hold on. Shemai. Order.
Grandmother was rescued by Daniel Boone, and my family is Scotch-Irish heritage.
Yeah, there you go. His family is Scotch-Irish. There you go. There it is.
Okay, so what he just told us, right? What he just told us is that his mom is the native, which is why he might have some of the features, right? He's got a little tan, he's got the broad nose, all of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is, he's not a real native, he's an Irish Scot, like you said. Daniel Boone is an Edomite, right? So what it is when we're trying to explain to you Esau is that the real Indians, the real Gadites, right, the real children of the Most High are back, right? We're worse than Hitler? Damn. Well, you know what Hitler said? Hitler said that you crackers that took over the Native Americans and the black people, he said that y'all people are the worst people on the planet, and that you've stolen the Jews of God, the jewels of God, and that it's time that they rise up and become the people who were meant to be, which is why you're here, right? Asking us questions. You don't deserve the mic. You're an Edomite.
Hey, man, listen, man. We had enough of you and your rhetoric, man. You can move down the block, man. Right? You can move down the block, man. It's not a free country. Your ancestors stole this from the Native Americans, man. Right? So this is not a free country, man.
Yo, everybody take 2 steps back. Give this dude some space. You heard his mouth? Fuck out of my face. I thought you were low conditioning. Just everybody eat him, Mike.
He's an Edomite. He's a liar.
Hey, everybody just move back because he's gonna cry. He's already.
Hey, let me get that Proverbs 11:21.
He's already crying that brothers is converging on him. So give
Yeah. He said that we're abusing him and assaulting him. You already, hold on. Hey, Kanal. Don't go back and forth with Karen over here. Don't go back and forth with Karen over here. All right? Don't go back and forth with Karen. 11:21. Proverbs 11:21.
Yo, keep your hands down. Right, just tell him. Don't touch him. Just tell him. Tell him keep his. You tell him keep his hands down. Keep your hands down.
No, I can put my hands up. I'm so good. Can you handle me? I'm so good. It's okay, Carter. You're just itching. It's all right. Look, you're all around me, and I'm not scared.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21. No hand join in hand.
What do you say?
No hands join in hand.
What do you want?
No hands join in hand.
He wanted the Irish and the natives to come together with hand joining hands. Read on.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
What happened?
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
Even though you disguise yourself as one of us, we know who you are, Paleface.
That's right.
We know who you are, Paleface, man. Right? Yeah. He said he is. Don says. Hold on now. John 8:44. John 8:44, man. Hold on now. John 8:44. Akim, he's not a threat, man. He does not have the spirit of Geronimo on him. He does not have the spirit of Geronimo on him. Or Tonto. Right? Yeah, come.
What did I do?
That's right. What did you do?
So why did you say all of us are frauds? I didn't say nothing. Only fraud is you, fake ass Indian.
I'm a fake ass Indian.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 44.
Bring it out.
Ye are of your father the devil.
That's right.
You try to mention the grandmother, but you are of your father the devil. Read that again, man.
Ye are of your father the devil.
Read on.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
What?
And the lust of your father you will do.
Just love attention. You got the lust of your father on you.
That's right.
Right, read on.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
What did he do to the natives?
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Right?
And abode not in the truth.
And then what?
And abode not in the truth.
That's why you can't relate to the truth, man. Because the truth don't abode with you. Okay.
That's right. Because there is no truth in him. That's right. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
You're just another son of the father of lies, man.
You guys, you are full of hate and anger. There's no love.
Of course.
Who's angry? I am. I'm furious at you.
You said we have anger.
I'm fucking furious at all of you.
Why are you furious with us? Oh, man. Oh, man.
I don't care. And you're an asshole. Yeah, you do all you want. You do all you want. But here's what I have to say to you. You are a fucking fool.
He's turning red.
So
Turning red.
because we don't want to love him
You
after
don't
all the
listen.
drama we've been through.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't hurt my. It's a message.
Yeah, your mama's jeans don't make you an Israelite, man. Your number's 1 in 18 for him. You just said it.
You told us about
You told on yourself, man.
that love?
No love here for you.
Damn.
Because you're assholes.
What did I do?
Nothing.
So hold on. So there's no more condition, no more unconditional. Mr. Unconditional. Damn.
He hates us.
I fucking hate you guys.
It's perpetual, Esau. We already know that.
Hey, you left your stuff. There you boom, you left your hat.
No. Hey, yo, move back. Don't touch it. Yo, move back. Yo, move back and let him get his stuff.
Let him get his stuff. Part like the Red Sea. Part like the Red Sea. Part like the Red Sea.
That's love.
There you go.
We not assholes. You're welcome. Hey, what? You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome, man.
Even though you cursed us out and called us assholes.
And we gonna run, and thank you for giving us your information, so we're gonna run down on your reservation too.
Where's it? These guys are assholes.
No, we're not. We're good guys. We are good guys. We are.
We just gave you back your stuff. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, did the white man? Hold on. Hey. You gotta laugh at singing, man. Hey, unlike the white man, we gave you back what belongs to you, man.
That's right.
Right? The white man didn't give back this land yet. He ain't give back the reparations, but we gave you back what belongs to you, man. But
White man is still pretending to be us. He wants to be the Jew. He wants to be the Indian. He wants to be the black man. He wants to be everything.
he wants to be the last Mohican. He wants to be the last Mohican. Yo, that's what you should title the video, The Last Mohican.
Y'all also strategically, you gotta listen to what he said. He said y'all are violent. Y'all are hateful. Y'all are attacking me. You guys are surrounding me. I know you want to hurt me. Once he says all that, y'all gotta just back up and laugh at it.
That's the Indian Karen.
Yeah, you just gotta back up and laugh. Strategically, when when he starts doing that, tease him. You know, just don't get into it. He tried to draw him out at the end. I'll fuck you up, you little guy. You know, don't say nothing. Just let that happen, man. That guy's a joke. That guy's a joke.
Yeah, man.
Actually, Elio paid that guy to come in.
Yeah, man. He couldn't even get a $5 Indian. He got like a $2.50. $2.25. $6 Indian, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Hey. Hey, but let's get back to the word of the Lord.
Can we get back on Jada?
Yeah.
Jada, you will. What you did to Will was wrong, man. God. These women are out of order.
Yeah, and brought it out on the red table, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, the red
Twice.
table.
twice.
Now now you want to talk about that man's sex life, man. Yo, you gotta have discretion. Matter of fact, yo, when a woman is wicked, yo, you make a man into a coward.
Right.
Sirach 25 and 23.
Right, because you know how many times a brother have respect in the neighborhood, but soon as other brothers witness his wife barking on him in the public eye, it's like, oh, word? I guess he ain't so tough at all.
Read that.
Right, read that out.
Sirach Ecclesiasticus 25 and 23. A wicked woman abated the courage. A wicked woman. I'm stuttering. A wicked woman.
You gotta get that spirit off you. I will try to put that. Yeah. Why? But why? He said, "I hate you. You little guy." All right. All right. A wicked woman abated the courage, maketh the heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Wow. See, when a woman is a demon, she makes you into a coward. She weakens you. When your woman is not supporting you, she's actually hurting you. When she's evil to you, insubordinate, when she challenges things that you say, and when she's not supportive of what you're going through in this slavery, she actually weakeneth your knees, man. She maketh you into a weaker man. So y'all sisters got to understand how much of a role you play to make us mighty and royal.
What's that one with an old man down the sand?
I know where that's at. I can find it. The whole list?
Right, like his woman's mouth is so reckless. It's like
an old man walking up a sandy hill.
Like a sandy hill.
I know where that is.
Bluetooth, Karen.
I want to read that.
Hey, yo, man. Israel, when somebody come around and disagree with us, y'all converge on the man.
I got it.
Y'all converge on the man. Y'all descend upon him. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
right.
Don't do that. Me and Salvar, we remember we on the curve, and it's either the street behind us, and we like this, and all of this is scorpions, man. For the bays, man, you can't converge on the scorpions. Just let them be. This is Sirach 25, and I want to start at 19. Bring it out.
Bring it out, huh?
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
And there it is, man. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. You know why? A lot of us men, we act off of urges. A lot of women, they conspire things in their mind and they do things off of content. Everything is deliberate, man. That's why even her silence is a weapon, man. Right? You come home from work, you sit down like, what's up, baby? That hurts. Even her silence is a weapon, man. There's very little wickedness compared to the wickedness of a woman, man. I seen a damn live when this guy saying he went crazy and shot his girlfriend and he was looking to shoot his ex-wife, man. Drove that man crazy.
They wouldn't let him see his kids, and they were saying things about him on social media he couldn't have.
Yeah, like the mental instability of our people, period, is great, man. Right? But if you add on that extra affliction of a woman using the system against you, or just using her mouth against you, and using your own emotions against you, man, that'll make a man snap. The book of Deuteronomy 28:28, the man is madness, complete madness, right? So all wickedness is little compared to the wickedness of a woman, man. Read on.
Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, man. And a lot of you dudes, man, are wicked as hell, right? You say you in the truth, but then you go lusting after Eve with the big old butt, and end up in a situation where a wicked woman gets you on her clamps, man. What you supposed to do? You're supposed to fast, man. Right? Read on, huh?
As the climbing up a sandy way.
As the what?
The climbing up a sandy way.
Who's the last time y'all went to a beach? Been a minute, right? Right, but do y'all remember how sand feels when you try to run through it? Like the climbing up of a sandy way, right? Read on.
Is to the feet of the aged.
Is to the feet of an aged. Now imagine being 90 years old, 70 years old doing that. Right, running through a sandy way. Read on.
So is a wife
full of words to a quiet man.
So's a wife full of words to a quiet man. Like damn. She still ain't done? Yo, you done yet? No, I ain't done. Because remember last week? And remember last month? And remember this time? Like, yo, what happened? You was jotting down every mistake I made in my life?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
And never forget it, never forgive you.
Never forget it, never forgive you.
Hold it so that they can bring it up later. Right?
Yeah, right. Because it's just but a little wickedness, man. Because she gonna do it and then she gonna stab you in the back with it and then twist the knife like, yeah. And on top of that, this is why I did this. And right? And this is what a man of few words. Because a lot of us, man, we don't want to argue back and forth. We say what we say what we mean. And then that's it. Why continue on with it? I don't want to drag this whole thing out. Let's talk about how to bring up a resolution. Why won't we talk about a resolution instead of keep on bringing up the issue? Well, y'all want to bring up the issue until a man feel like he want to damn jump through a damn window, man. Right? Because all that many words, man. Read that again from the top, King. Go with the show.
As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
All right, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Read on.
This how you get past the fact that she got a big booty. This how you get past the fact she bad. Right? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Stumble not at the beauty of a whipping, man. Hey, Salakia, yo. Almost got tongue-tied. Stumble not. Yeah, but whooping, right? Because, yo.
That's what the Bible says, a wicked woman is a sport.
Yeah, because, yo, listen. No, because a lot of women get you whipped right there, man. Right? A dude be tripping. Soon as he see Eve come through with the sundress and let the wind blow the wrong way, all of a sudden you in the days. You won't see that man until next winter, man.
Yo, don't do that.
That man be gone to November. I see brothers strong in the truth. They get a wife, you don't see them no more, bro.
He's happy. You gotta do the work.
You gotta do the work. See? They go to doctrine. That's war, brother. That's war.
Hey, read this again.
It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Desire her not for pleasure, man. That's what Jake is thinking, man.
Right.
Jake is looking at that Instagram post and he's like, damn, man. And all he's thinking about is his pleasure and what can pleasure him, man. But he's not thinking that same woman 30 years down the line might be a Jada. Right? Monster. Might be a Jada. Might be a, what's her name? Aisha Curry.
Yo, think about this, yo. Think about this, man. The Bible says a mind well instructed is not to be forsaken. When it talks about a woman, right? Sometimes, you're going to see something and you're going to want that, but then you need to make the right decision like, yo, is this a mind well instructed? Can this woman be taught? Because at the end of the day, y'all in the truth, right? I know we feel like, all right, maybe we get a girl in. Our elders taught us that, like, sometimes you get a woman in the world and you can teach her. But you need to be able to identify, can this woman be taught? And if she can't be taught, don't lie to yourself. Like, well, I'll deal with her on a worldly level, and then I can have peace with her on that. Satan, he's gonna jump on her and control her like a ventriloquist, and only to destroy you. So you gotta make the right decisions out here too.
Next thing you know, you can't come to camp because she made you wear that ridiculous sweater on December 25th.
Oh! Niggas will do that too. So the woman, y'all will start trimming your waist.
Trimming your waist to seek love, man.
Christmas, if you come to the feast day on feast dedication,
And y'all gonna be sick when you make her your girl and y'all had the whole talk, I'm an Israelite and everything, and she make another Instagram post twerking with the ass out. You're gonna be sick.
Right.
And y'all gonna fight. Okay. And now you're gonna be coming through the country or away. Like, just make the right decision.
Right. So to avoid all that, man, brothers gotta make better decisions. And women, man, y'all gotta realize that the enemy will use you against your man, man.
Right. Yeah.
Let me get 2 Corinthians 11:3. Unless there was more on that.
That's it. And well, it goes into more wickedness that shit. But that was pretty much it.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 11:3. It's the same okie doke from the beginning.
And it reads, but I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve.
The serpent beguiled Eve, man. You can give me Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. Right? As how did the serpent beguile Eve?
Through his subtlety.
How?
Through his subtlety.
Through his subtlety, man. Through his subtlety. Through his smooth words. Right? Without telling her the truth. That's how the serpent beguiled Eve, man. By saying it was unconditional love. Right? To let us think that it's unconditional love and the Most High God loves you too much to punish you for your ways. Right? He said, surely you shall not die. Right? Of course, you know, Karen wants to record. Let Karen record. Right? So read that again for the time. Right?
We're reading the Bible outside. 2 Corinthians 11:3.
Bring it out.
But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve.
As the serpent beguiled Eve. Read on.
Through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Right? From the simplicity that is in Christ. This man, he's doing that off beat. That's how I know. He's off beat, man. How could you try to do a native dance off beat, man? Right? Right? That's how I know, man. It's over, man. This guy's a 99-cent Indian. He's not even $5, man. How you have no rhythm with the hey y'all, man?
Hold your position.
That's it out. He want to rain dance, let him rain dance.
Yo, listen to the song. Ballad is proof with my people, the trailer tears. You're Irish. That's not your people. They're my people. Hey, I'm gonna command you to move to
Wow. Hey, Akim, don't converge. He just said that, man. Don't converge. He just said don't converge, man. If anything, back away from him, man.
You asked him to say crowfoot in the native tongue? Idiot.
How do you say crowfoot in the native tongue?
I don't give a fuck. That ain't how you say it. Listen to the words.
Yeah. He's definitely COINTELPRO. He's COINTEL Navajo. COINTEL Navajo, man.
I never heard that. COINTEL Navajo.
Well, you agree. But I wasn't an Indian, that I was a $5 Indian.
You are.
You said that you were raised by Daniel Boone's people. History says Daniel Boone was a rapist to the native people.
All you are is just a big
And you told us that you were Daniel Boone's grandson. That means you're the grandson of a native rapist. Why would you call you an Indian? I'm a little
Dang, man. Well, you got so much hate in your heart, man.
What are you doing? Kahari's the arsonist. Give him money. Laugh at him.
Yeah, it was what I hate in his heart, man. You got a lot of hate in your heart, man. All right? Now, what's inside of us is righteousness.
You don't know me. I know you're a cracker. That's right. There you go. I can't believe this.
Why would we try to get on Eve Satan up here? Why we try to get on Eve? We're not even bothering Satan.
Like I'm not going to allow you to teach Eve.
Yeah, Eve. You said you're not going to teach my best friend. That's what he said. Hey, yo, let's get back to the subject. Ignore him. We get back to the subject. Let me get Genesis. Yeah, so that one.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Let's get back to the women of our nation and pay attention to them, man. We're paying attention to the daughters of Zion. We're not paying attention to this guy with girl-like hair. Right? Right, go ahead, man.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made.
That's what the beast does, man. The serpent, though he does, he comes to the woman, slither in her ear. Don't you want to live that life?
Like Daniel Boone did.
Like Daniel Boone did, man. Like Lewis and Clark did, man. Right? Like you know, the other rapists did, man. They try to swindle the woman just so they can destroy their nation, man. Read on.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it.
Right? We shall not take in the type of knowledge and disruption of the serpent, man. Right? Because I saw the serpent want to do, he want to distract you from thus saith the Lord, man. Right? He wants you to go through the opposite of thus saith the Lord, man. He wants you to be contrary on the laws of God, man. And that's what our people do. The Caucasians come through with the skateboard spirit, and the kids come through with the same spirit. All the oppressor, man. Alright? Gnarly, dude. Read on, man.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
So while our women had our back through the whole civil rights movement, right? He came with the feminist movement saying, listen, man, right? Because that's the first thing I asked him about was feminism, right? Because I wanted to get on that subject. But he wanted to say unconditional love, but then ended up hating the Native American with us, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought that unconditional love didn't have conditions, but now it looked like he had some conditions to his love, man.
Right, and that's why their words be smooth as butter.
Words be smooth as butter.
They're really drawing swords.
Right through the subtlety, man.
Trying to come up all friendly.
Yeah.
They think niggas is impressed by his watch. He got the jacket on. I'm Atlanta. You know, we all buddies. That guy don't love you.
That man had on he had on the he had on the jacket, and he had on that watch that says his fingers his lineage, man. Right, so
hey yo, why you taking so many pictures?
we can't be fooled, right, through the subtlety of the serpent, right? Because the end of thereof is death, man.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
Right? So she took of the doctrine and did eat, man. That's why they say the black woman is the most educated woman, but she's actually more educated in the white man studies than her actual nationality and culture. Because if I take the most educated woman on earth, right, as they say, and I ask her nationality, she'll be puzzled. If I take the most educated woman on earth and I ask her what's the name of her God, she'll be puzzled. If I take the most educated woman on earth and ask her why was she created, she'll be puzzled, man. Why were our women created? To multiply the nation and serve us, man. Right? What's that? That's Genesis 2:19. Let's get that. A lot of women don't know their purpose in life, man. That's why they're running around and doing everything besides starting a family and strengthening their nation, man. Right? And they wonder why, right? They end up at the age 40 and 50 and still feel empty, man. Right? Instead of them having a bunch of mighty children, loving them and taking care of them, because they took their strength and put it into them, man, and watch it multiply and come back in abundance, man. Right? Read that for me, King.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
It is what?
It is not good that the man should be alone.
This is why, man, we be yearning for Eve, man. It's not good for a man to be alone, man. Right? Could one fall without another one catching him? Right? How can one stay warm if another one doesn't help him stay warm, man? Right? So what is it good to be a man if you don't have your woman, man?
That's right.
Right?
It's not good for a man to be alone.
It's not good for a man to be alone, man.
Matter of fact, a man with no wife going up and down all day morning. Right. That was the wife.
Say, read on.
I will make him an help meet for him, and out of the ground.
You'll make him a helpmeet for him, man. Right? So that's what the woman was made for, to be a helpmeet unto us, man. Right? She's supposed to be the Pippen to your Jordan, man. Right? She's supposed to be the Klay Thomas to your Curry, man. Right?
not supposed to be on TV talking about their sex life with other women laughing at you.
That's right. Demeaning you, man, bringing you down.
When we know Will Smith is a greater star than Jada ever was.
Right.
Come on, man. That dude loved that woman, man. And you know, she made mockery of him. And also, our mental health as men, a lot of women don't have sensitivity for that. Y'all act like we don't have no type of feelings. In other words, y'all don't give a damn how we feel. That's also wrong. We're supposed to encourage each other.
Actually, that's why a lot of men have, like I say, no emotional discipline, man. They're either really cold or too emotional.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of men of our nation, they either really cold where they shut everybody out, or they way too emotional. They go out and they beat women, they murder their brothers, they just go all wild crazy. There's no stability, man. There's no woman there to show us how to keep balance and also be our pillar of rest, man. Right? Jump to 21, King. You said 21?
And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Right? So we are actually one, man. We are actually one according to the scriptures, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, you and your woman is one. Your tears is her tears. Your joy is her joy, man. Right? But we have allowed this a destructive nation, a toxic nation, to cause division in our households, man. It's about time we get that back, man. A woman's supposed to be a reflection of you, man. A representative of you. Right? She's not supposed to be at the red table, right? Talking about her what you call that again? What she called it again?
Entanglement.
Her entanglement with another man and putting you to an open shame, man.
Hey, she's not supposed to be doing a scene where she's looking up another man's rectum. Smiling.
Smiling, man. Right? Her face so close to the man's rectum, she know what he ate last night,
That's
man.
disgusting.
And then that's the woman that's supposed to come home and kiss you in the mouth, right?
No, he's a pastor. He got to go to church and explain why it's okay for her to do that.
Well, it's just a movie. She came to kiss him, man.
And now she's going to sit up there next to you?
Come on, man. Now the women in the congregation don't feel like that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get 1 Thessalonians 5:22. Because this is what, Megan Good must have breezed past when she was reading her Bible.
He's a Christian pastor. They don't read the Bible.
Right, and that could be the problem too. He probably ain't teaching her right. But still, common sense would say that don't put your face next to somebody's butthole if you got someone else to come home to.
1 Thessalonians 5:22.
Bring it out.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Right? Abstain from all appearance of evil, man. Right? It's wicked as hell, man. For Lala to be a damn bed wench.
Yo, what's up with your man, yo? Daniel, come back. Come back. Peter, come back, man. We're going to try to reach you, man. We're going to try to talk to you peacefully. Come back.
You got to deal with him out.
Peter, come back, bro. We're going to try to talk to you. Our permit says we got to be right here. Come back. Why are you filming us if you're not going to talk to us? That's weird.
That's weird.
Peter, that's weird.
Take it back to the station.
Take it back to the station. He got to do the report, man. Right? Let him know we at the Sons of Thunder camp.
Oh, and House of Israel is also here. Some of these guys, man. We have fun at camp, man. We have a good time. The Lord make it fun. When you serve the Most High, He's sending you. He's about to say all the time. He's sending you entertainment.
Right.
The Lord to make you laugh.
I never thought over here on Satan's Mass.
Right.
Right? We get a special guest, 99-cent Indian. Man.
That's crazy.
Right? That's crazy, man. Right? It's like Santa dropped them off or something, man. Santa must have dropped them off, man. We wanted to get on Eve, man, but Satan wasn't having it, man. Satan said, I'm going to throw mighty distractions when you try to talk to your woman, man. You can't even teach her. I'm going to keep you separate. I'm going to do my best to keep y'all separate, man. Why you want to keep us separate from Eve? I love Eve, man.
If we get back together with her, that's the kingdom. I'm telling you. That's the kingdom. Once our families is repaired, we out of here, man. I'm telling you. We're going to raise generations of... The Most High might, God forbid, the Most High might leave us here for another age. But imagine if those children grow up knowing the truth, like how he got the opportunity, like how his sons got the opportunity, many brothers here, and go forward for generations. We will have some happiness here. It'll be nice.
Come. In fact, let me get Jeremiah 29 and 4.
There you go. Run it. Beat you to it.
Quick on them swords, you there?
I need to open my Bible here.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord hosts, the God of Israel.
The God of who?
The God of Israel.
The God of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites scattered abroad worldwide, right? Read on.
Unto all that are carried away captives.
Unto who?
All that are carried away captives.
So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans still in the land of your captivity, right? Especially the ones that was carried away captive, right? Read on.
Whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Unto where?
Unto Babylon.
Unto where?
Unto Babylon.
Whether you know it or not, this is spiritual Babylon, man.
That's right.
This is the land of confusion, man. This is the land where a trans man just had a baby. Right? Read on.
Build ye houses.
Do what?
Build ye houses.
So don't let nobody tell you that you can't have a little success in Babylon. Right? The Most High God has told you can build houses, man. Because if you're an earnest man and work with your hands and actually follow these law, statutes, and commandments, man, the Most High God will bless you, man. Right? Read on.
And dwell in them.
And what?
And dwell in them.
Read.
And plant gardens.
And do what?
And plant gardens.
Right? Because a lot of our laws have to do with agriculture. Agriculture, I should say. A lot of our laws have to do with agriculture, man. Especially when you go into the first fruits and then the ingathering, man. Read on.
And eat the fruit of them.
Read on.
Take ye wives.
Do what?
Take ye wives.
Come on now, man. Take ye wives, man. How are we supposed to take wives, man? And we stuck with a bunch of La Anthony's, man.
There you go, man.
How are we gonna take wives when we stuck with a bunch of Aisha Currys, man?
I want an open relationship.
I want an open relationship, man.
What?
How you want an open relationship, man? I want to open the door and throw your ass out. Right? Read on.
And begat sons and daughters.
And do what?
And begat sons and daughters.
That's how you break that generational curse. Read on.
And take wives for your sons.
And do what?
And take wives for your sons.
So who here is raising up righteous daughters for my brother to give to his son for a wife, man? He deserves it. Who's up here raising their daughters not to dress half naked on Instagram? Who's here raising their daughters not to twerk it hard for a Birkin bag? All praises. All praises, man.
Hey, yo, Peter, we don't want no pictures. No, it's not. You can't take my picture.
It's not a free country. The white man took it from the natives.
That's right. Yeah, that white man took it from the natives. Nobody's filming you.
Hey, yo, all right.
Is it facing you?
All right, that's Satan out. That's Satan out. That's Satan out. Read that part again, Kay.
Take ye wives, and begat sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished.
We supposed to increase and not diminish, man. Because what's one of the worst curses of Deuteronomy 28, man? 54. Bring that out, huh? Get that 54 for me, man. That's one of the worst curses.
God, this
You
book of
there?
Deuteronomy.
Got a mic there, right?
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy.
God, bring it out, huh?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
His eye shall be what?
Evil towards his brother.
His eye shall be what?
Evil towards his brother.
Right?
and towards the wife of his bosom.
And towards who?
And to the wife of his bosom.
Come on now, man. We don't need our men with an evil eye towards our women, man. So we got to have better example of our women. If I'm looking at the situation right now with Will Smith and Steph Curry, I'm gonna think like, yo, nothing I could ever do can match up to those men. Those guys are successful millionaires, man. And their wives don't want to be faithful. So what's my hope of having a wife? What's my hope of having a wife if those two men who are very successful could get any type of woman in the world and their wives ain't satisfied? What hope do I have of satisfying a wife, man? Man, my hope is in the Most High God, man. That's why you got to get a wife that fear the Lord, man. Because if she don't fear the Lord, know what she going to fear? Not fitting in with Babylon, man.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing. Peer pressure. Women are subject to peer pressure, man. You have to watch out for that, too, like to see if she's a follower. That's a personality trait you need to watch out for. Like if her friends control her, for you brothers that might be interested in some women, if her friends kind of like, you see her trying to do what they do and follow behind them, yo, that's a red flag. You gotta watch out for that.
Right, because they'll jump off the bridge and she'll go right behind them.
They'll tell her to leave you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, he don't want you to wear that thong in public, girl. Man, he's a square. Leave that, man.
And I got a better dude for you.
I got a better dude for him, man. Right? He got the Benzo on Lorenzo's, girl. We about to go to the party right now.
I heard he really put it down.
And I heard he really put it down,
How
girl.
she heard that?
Because she didn't have it.
Say it again.
She didn't have it. She the one she heard it from.
Right. But that's crazy, man. That's why, hey, man, we got to break these curses, man, these generational curses, man, by coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments, which is the real G code, man.
There you go.
That is the real G code out here in these streets, man. Every other thing we learned was nonsense out here in Babylon, man. But you know, Eve, man, we do love you, man. We need our daughters of Zion to come back. We love the daughters of Zion, man. We need y'all to come back to your glory, man. Right? I was watching I forgot what show it was, but I was watching it with my wife, right, and my stepdaughter, and I showed her, listen, you see the princess in the chair, and then you see the entertainment, the half-naked girls dancing. Just remember, you're not the half-naked girls dancing. You're the princess in the chair. Right? Leave it up to these other nations to be them half-naked girls dancing. What you wore by blood is that princess in the chair.
That's right.
And never demean yourself by acting like those half-naked girls dancing, man. Let me get the book of Jeremiah 6:2, man. Daughters of Zion, man. Comely and delicate, man. Gotta be that princess in the chair, man. The elder's leaving? Alright, so we'll follow the elder to the
Now we got a brother that's gonna go with him. Oh,
yeah. We'll follow him to the train station. He be coming by the camp too.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
I've likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Here we go with the delicate songs. Right?
Peter, we reading the Bible.
Yeah, you gotta deal with him, all right?
That's gonna be my servant.
All right, I'm gonna pass the mic over to Yahweh all right now. He likes to handle that guy.
Peter gonna serve me well in the plantation.
I think you and Eliel got a
You got a bid for him?
yeah, a bid for him, man.
Peter is gonna be my
Yeah, I
house.
can't slots for
house
that.
Edomite. No, he's not. He's gonna keep the other Edomites in order, and they all gonna. Oh man! Hey, look, man. The Bible says the beauty of a woman and man loveth nothing more. The Bible says a silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord. So, sisters, be our gift from the Most High.
Actually, the Bible says she's supposed to be a tower of defense against death. Let me get that one.
That's just how it is.
Let me get that one, and then I'm a yield, right? Because our women are supposed to actually be a tower and a defense against death, man. Yo, and that's the destruction of our people right there, man. That feel good. that feel-good speech, man. While he played, I Made It to the Mountaintop. Play that speech.
Come on, man. You can't make this up. Go for it. This is Sirach 26 to 22. And it reads thus and so. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
This is what our women don't understand, man. A harlot shall be counted as spittle. How you gonna go from the wife of the greatest three-point shooter of all time to a damn bed smut to an average dude, man? Because that's what's gonna happen. That open relationship is gonna have her go from up there as the wife of the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Now when she steps out on him, this dude just gonna smut her out, man. So how you gonna go from there to spittle, man? A harlot shall be counted as spittle. Read that again from the top, bubble for sure.
A harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
It's a tower against death, man. You got the right wife, man. Man, she gonna have your back no matter what. She's your tower against death, man. And we all know, man, because a lot of us had mothers that really cared about us, man. So we know the love of a woman to compass mountains. So if you have the right wife, yeah, she's your tower in defense against death. All right, we're saying that at you, man. Shalom, man.
This came and blessed the spot, man. We had a special guest today on this Xmas camp, man. We had Elder Karash and come edify. And then we had the brothers of the House of Israel come and Shawfar come bring further edification. And all of it's for the unification of Israel. It's a beautiful thing. And let's enjoy the rest of this day. We the sons of thunder, it's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Hum Yashala. Hum Yashala. Hum Yashala. Shalom. Yo, Ken always look at me like I did something.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
For how long? For how long? For how long? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
How?
Bashima Mashaka outside.
How?
Bashima Mashaka outside.
Damn it, how?
Bashima Mashaka outside.
Come!
Shalom. Hey, shalom, Israel. Shalom. The regular stream will be coming back on, okay? All right, so stay tuned, all right? We'll be out. Shalom, family. Shalom. Stay tuned, okay? The regular 24-hour streaming camp videos will be coming on after this, all right? Shalom, family. Boom, ya, shalom.